Wilson going to come out throwing. He'll drop this down to Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They go play action now. Wilson. This one swung out to Williams. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
I think the reason that this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
Scoring first, so critical in the postseason. They've got it here 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Javonte Williams taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Broncos will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Throwing Jones. He'll buy some time right. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Scramble drill there, partner. Some teams have some pretty good rules for it. Others are just saying, make sure you work your way back into the sight lines of your quarterback, even if you take the play deep. And that's what they attempted to do on that one, unable to connect.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And he's going to have the hook up to Schwartz. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And he is going to have a Colts first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. Well, they gave themselves options there on the third down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
It shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Oh, the option to give to Taylor here. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Jones. Got an open man. It's Schwartz. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Up the middle. Here's Taylor. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Second down, another run with Taylor. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Taylor is going to take this one in for a Colts touchdown. So he had the nice run to get him down there. Was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Play action. Now Wilson. Man open left side. It's Williams. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On second down, Williams uses a stiff arm, and he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Good running right there, and this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
On first down, Wilson. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And they run the option on second down. A gain of 8 on the keeper and a first down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
How about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Now Wilson on first down. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down.
So it looks like they still have some fighting them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Throwing again on second and 10. Wilson. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Colts are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they pick that one off.
Room here to run. And finally, he's taken down at the 18. 87 yards rushing for him in this first half as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. And you talk about great blocking up front. I don't think he was even touched, not a finger on him, until he was brought down to the ground.
I think we heard the whoosh as he went by, didn't we? Right through the gap. No one there, as you outlined. No one touched him at all. A free sprint into the secondary.
Yeah, that's what you call breaking free right there. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now Jones is going to bat this forward on the jet sweep. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. On second down, it's Taylor. Give them 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Santos' kick is up and through, and they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. From the gun, it's Wilson. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Throw left side, there's Schwartz with it.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
Running straight ahead, Taylor.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
brought down after a very nice gain. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. They've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal to add some extra mass. They'll run here with Taylor. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal. Again, it'll be Taylor. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Jonathan Taylor in the final seconds of the first half. And the Colts will extend their lead here just before halftime. Santos with the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. Going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we're at halftime of this AFC Wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And they're in a position they expected to be in. They got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work to run it a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They run once more with Taylor. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, here's Taylor. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. Hamler now on the return.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
Now Williams running left. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Wilson. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon.
And this returnable for Hines.
It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, first and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
From the 30 on second down, Jones. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. Off the play fake. Jones rolling to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Hines. Call it a gain of a yard, and that brings up third and a full 10 yards.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The Broncos going dime. 2 extra defensive backs for third down.
Playing pass all the way.
Back to throw. Jones. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
After the interception, here's Wilson.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
It's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a quarterback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And Bud, the one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
There's a fast release by Wilson out to the flat. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Broncos are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter, despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. A few moving pieces on that play, because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. And if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Jones looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Taylor. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Here's Jones on 1st down. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw again.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that, but that would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum the other side is starting to gain.
The Colts on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
They give to Taylor out of the gun.
And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
Carlos Santos on for the field goal. A 50-yard attempt.
Santos' kick is up and through, and they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw taken in by Sutton.
His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
This time, Wilson will throw. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A.J. Boye with a pick.
And the Colts are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. And that was one that I kind of saw coming, Charles. You had a free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means a free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Off the option, here's Taylor.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring it up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Now Jones on 3rd down. And he fires one, but incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And returning it, here's Hamler.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth-quarter lead. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards that time for number 19.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch him drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Wilson. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Albert Okuweguna, the intended target. But now it's 3rd down.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else. Ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And that's incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down.
They'll get that complete to Albert O.
And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position.
First and 10, Taylor now.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Jones.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Finding Knox there, complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. So a big one coming now for Cairo Santos. This to perhaps salt this one away. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And off the crossbar, and it kicks back out. Needed maybe a foot or two, but it's no good as it stands. And this will stay a 1-score game as the lead will hold at 6. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Wilson to throw. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the 1st down, but I thought that was the key.
4 yards remain for 2nd down.
Now Wilson. Throwing right, and that's complete.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Here's Wilson.
That's complete. It's Okuwebunam.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 13-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Throwing now is Wilson. And that is caught. Touchdown. And they're an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final minute. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And I hate to point to that missed field goal from their last drive, but you look at the scoreboard, they would be in the lead if they had that 3.
Well, no doubt those points or those missed points do loom large. But here they're getting a chance for a makeup, aren't they? Almost like my time in school. I was always begging my teachers for a makeup exam. Here's their opportunity now to put those points on the board.
And every point becoming more vital here in the 2nd half. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop them with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
To throw is Jones.
And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And now he stops it with a spike at 8 seconds. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
From the gun, it's Taylor.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And the kick is good. He got it. And it's official now. They're going to the playoffs. And a wild card win moves them on to the divisional round.
Everyone plays all year long for the right to get into the tournament, as they like to call it. Wild card, divisional, doesn't matter to them. One moves on, one goes home.